Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to today's meeting of the Public Facilities Commission. I'm Catherine Craven, joined by my fellow commissioners Larry Mamoli and Donald Wright. I will turn it over to Rob.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Sorry, Paul.
That's okay. Good morning, Commissioners. This meeting is being recorded and broadcast live. Before we get started, I will ask Colleen Daly, PFC Secretary, to take a roll call of the meeting participants.
Thank you, Rob.
Colleen, if you would please conduct the roll call.
Sorry for jumping in so quickly. Thank you, Rob. Please unmute your device and confirm your presence when I call your name. Beginning roll call with the Commission. Catherine Craven, Chair.
Present.
Larry Mamoli, Commissioner.
Muted.
Larry, can you unmute yourself? Sorry.
Present.
Thank
Sorry
you.
about that.
Donald Wright, Commissioner.
Present.
Robert Arcangeli, Assistant Court
Present.
Counsel. Catherine Pendleton, Article Clerk.
Present.
And with PFD, Carlton Jones, who was recommended for the position of Director today.
Present.
Brian Melia, Senior Project Manager.
Present.
Derek De Silva, Special Project Manager, Operations Cabinet Mayor's Office.
Present.
And I'll read for the record the remainder of the individuals and attendees do not need to unmute your device when I call your name. Ron McNulty, Deputy Director. Elizabeth Feltner, Paralegal for the PFC. Stephen Sirocco, Assistant Director for Construction. And this concludes roll call. Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. The first order of business before you this morning concerns draft meeting minutes for the Public Facilities Department and the Mayor's Office of Housing on May 22nd, 2024. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved.
Meeting minutes of May 22nd, 2024 for PFD and MOH are hereby approved. For the Public Facilities Department, we have Carlton Jones, who is recommended for the position of Director of PFD today. PFD has 3 vote requests on the agenda. Vote number 1 is being presented by Brian Melia, Senior Project Manager for PFD. Vote number 1 concerns an amendment to the vote of December 14th, 2022 for a contract with Sasaki Architects, PC, to provide architectural design and construction administration services associated with the Boston City Hall and Plaza renovation Phase 2 project located at 1 City Hall Square. The request is for an increase of $1,069,951 for the design services contract. Brian, if you would please present vote number 1.
Thank you, Rob. Good morning, Commissioners. Vote number 1 is for a design amendment for Sasaki Architects, PC, for design services related to an increase in scope for the Phase 2 of City Hall Plaza. The Phase 2 Plaza work will incorporate the south side of the City Hall Plaza, which incorporates new renovations to the Congress Street stairs and structural and waterproofing reconstruction for the garage. This also includes a continuation of services on the 4th floor patio area, which was a part of the amendment number 3 scope of services, which includes waterproofing, structural repairs, and accessibility up on the 4th floor. The total base services design fee is $969,551, with $100,000 for additional services for that for this increase in design. I can elaborate a little history of this. Amendments 1 and 2 were for phases 1, which was a great success for the city and the community at whole. Amendments 3 and 4 today, it's for the Phase 2 portion, which I just mentioned, includes the 4th floor of City Hall and the south side of the plaza. There's been a lot of, and maybe Catherine, now we can share the slides just to show some of the existing conditions. You can see the first photo, I believe, is a bird's eye view of the scope of work we're trying to achieve here, which will show the fourth floor work. There's a little snapshot. So the fourth floor versus part of this scope. It also includes the south side in garage repairs, including the Congress Street stairs, which is currently short in a temporary situation because of a failure. It's in a failure mode. So it's safe, but we want to make sure it's safe for the next 50 years. It's really what we're doing is really addressing the bones of the building in this design phase with structural repairs and waterproofing, accessibility. Next. So over here, there's a snapshot of the fourth floor, which I just talked about. That's the big skylight. There's a lot of leaks up on the fourth floor, which fall down into occupied spaces. So we will be addressing the skylights and waterproofing the decking, and also as part of this work is addressing the concrete repairs, the vertical repairs on the building itself within that courtyard. Next. This is just a concept plan of the area that we're addressing up on the fourth floor mezzanine. We'll, as part of the phase one, you can see on the bottom of your screen there was a new handicap ramp that we made up to the fourth floor. And what we intend to do is carry that through so we have accessibility from the fourth floor right down into the City Hall Plaza. And of course, waterproofing and structural repairs up there as well. Next. And these are just snapshots of some existing conditions. You can see the Congress Street stairs. Those will be completely redone in some of the existing conditions of the plaza. And then underneath where the garage is, you can see the failure. Some of the existing beams and concrete deck, which are 60 years old, and the waterproofing has failed. You can see some of the netting that was put up by property management to protect persons and property in the garage. So we're addressing all these. We did an extensive study and investigative work with the structural engineer we have on board, and we've determined exactly areas that need to be addressed. Next. I think that may be it.
Okay, any questions?
No
Thank you.
questions.
Any motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Brian.
Do we have a vote on the approval?
All in favor?
All in favor?
I thought we did. I couldn't hear. It was like a little blip in the Zoom.
Sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
Vote number one is approved. All right, vote number two. Vote number two is a request for, vote number two is a request for the appointment of Carlton Jones to the position of Director of the Public Facilities Department, and a request for amendment to the prior certificate of authority approved by the Commission. If approved, Carlton will serve at the pleasure of the Commission as Director of the Public Facilities Department, shall be the executive officer of the Commission, authorized and empowered to exercise such powers as necessary for the administration and management of the Public Facilities Department, and to perform such duties as the Commission shall determine from time to time. The amended certificate of authority adds Carlton Jones as PFD's new director and Roan McNulty as deputy director to be authorized signatories on behalf of the Public Facilities Department for the purposes stated therein. This is a housekeeping matter. Is there a motion?
I have a motion to approve.
Second. Yeah.
All in favor?
Favor. Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Congratulations,
Motion
Carlton.
carries. Congratulations, Carlton.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Chair. Thanks, Commissioners.
Vote number two is approved. On to vote number three. Introduce Derek De Silva, Special Projects Manager, Operations Cabinet of the Mayor's Office. Vote number three is being presented. Vote number three concerns the adoption of the naming or renaming of municipal buildings policy pursuant to the authority granted under the City of Boston Code Ordinances Section 8-11.1. Derek, if you would please present vote number 3.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here to request a vote to adopt the naming or renaming of municipal buildings policy pursuant to the authority granted under City of Boston Code Ordinances Section 11-1 or Section 8-11.1. The purpose of this policy is to establish city process and procedure in connection with the PFC's authority to name or rename municipal buildings. The policy outlines the requirements for renaming petitions, which can originate with the mayor, city council, or department holding care and custody of the building to be renamed. We are seeking the PFC's approval of this policy in order to provide consistency to naming or renaming petitions and operationalize the PFC's authority on these matters. I welcome the opportunity to answer any questions you may have. Thank you for your time and consideration of this vote.
Any questions from the commissioners?
No questions.
Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Vote number 3 is approved. This concludes PFD's agenda for today's meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll have just a couple minute break,